Winter is here, and the White Walkers are coming. Sell your skins for Dragon Glass at bitskins.com.
I've been lucky enough to be given an exclusive first look at the Battalion Alpha. If you guys have never heard of the game, it's a bread and butter first person shooter set in World War II. By bread and butter, I mean that there are no perks, no airstrikes, none of that Call of Duty nonsense. Just a balanced playing field where the winner is decided through raw skill and game sense. What you're watching is a recording of the competitive game mode on the map Coastal, which is just standard bomb defusal. It's similar to what we're used to in Counter-Strike, but with 12 rounds per half and 13 rounds for a win. Naturally, I was very excited to get stuck into this game. The Battalion devs have taken a lot of inspiration from both Call of Duty 2 and 4, trying to include the core mechanics that made them so great. Call of Duty 2 was one of my main games that I put a ton of time into before I moved on to Counter-Strike Source. That was back when Xfire was still a thing, and I kind of wish I could go back and just check the hours, because they were probably ridiculously high. The main reason Battalion appeals to me is that it's going to have everything that COD 2 didn't have. They'll be implementing ranks, leaderboards, and a competitive mode built inside the game itself. If done correctly, Battalion will no doubt reinvigorate both the COD 4 and COD 2 competitive scenes, with a whole host of ex-professional players picking it up. As far as gameplay itself, it plays really well given it's in alpha. Hit reg is good, servers are stable, and I was getting decent FPS even when playing in 1080p. The game has a really unique take on economy. It's not how we used to in CSGO with money, but instead it involves a card system. On the buy screen there's a selection of different roles you can play, like Rifleman, Pathfinder, Heavy, Marksman, Operator, and Default. Every class apart from the default one costs cards, and you can earn these by killing opponents and picking up their cards. It's certainly different, and I want to withhold judgment until I understand it a bit better and how it could potentially influence the future metagame. Obviously, with this game being heavily inspired from older versions of Call of Duty, you can get away with running and gunning, jump shooting, and sprinting. Sprinting was taken from COD 4, but it's been applied slightly differently, with it feeling not nearly as fast, as well as a pretty low stamina rate. This turns up the pace of the game, but at the same time it doesn't allow you to just mindlessly sprint long distances. You're going to have to use your sprint burst tactically depending on certain timings, which could be the difference between winning and losing a round. I'll show you guys an example of how accurate the jump shooting is. If you play COD 2 you will know about this already, but for the Counter-Strike players it feels very odd for a jumping shot to ever land. I'm using the sniper rifle and aiming at the top sandbag, and as you can see I'm hitting every shot without much trouble. So if you've managed to pick up a code for Battalion and you're moving over from CS, just watch out for some disgusting jumping shots over walls. As for the map pool, Battalion currently has 4 in the competitive rotation. These include Liberation, Derailed, Manor House, and Coastal. I've only been able to play Coastal due to the limited uptime of Alpha, but I can say that from the games I've had so far, that it plays well and it's an easy one to learn. Hopefully I can get more footage of the other maps in future uploads when they vary the map pool a bit more. One thing that I'm yet to talk about that is a huge positive for the game is the price. Battalion will be retailing at £12 when it starts its release in early access. This is a great entry level price and should encourage more players into the community by giving it a try. It seems to me like Battalion will be going down the custom skins route in order to monetize the game even further and fund development for years to come. There's already been announcements of a custom STG-44 skin signed by Shroud himself. With only 15 available, it's said to be one of the rarest skins in the game. God knows how much that will be valued at on the market, but I'm sure it'll be something utterly ridiculous. If you want to check out Battalion, I've linked the Steam store page in the description. The early access launch is set for February the 1st, which isn't too far off now. Just remember that the game is still in alpha, and while it plays pretty well already, you may find various bugs and glitches within the game. I know they're treating it like a proper alpha though, and not some glorified marketing thing, so be sure to always report stuff you see on the forums and actually give feedback so we can all see the game progress in the right direction. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the game and if it's something you'd give a go. I'm definitely looking to post more videos on Battalion in the future, so make sure you check back for future content.